This is Health Coach Alex McMillan here, and I'm going to do an episode I call Breaking It Down to Ridiculous. All right, so there's obviously some steps in between not knowing somebody and getting them to become the most amazing client you've ever had and your best health coach and their presidential director, right? All right, so the first step is you've got I plus Q equals A. So what's that? Quiz for you coaches. Identify what their needs are, what they want, and why they want it. Qualify, are they ready to pursue that? And A, the approach of how you're going to go about helping them get started with you. If you want more information on that, there's some really great videos out there by Kim Fisk and Ashley Miller, as well as Kelly Reif. All right, and if you don't know what I'm talking about or where those are at, ask your mentor coach and they'll lead and direct you to that stuff. So don't skip I plus Q equals A. The next thing is, after you've identified a need from an individual that they want to get healthy, you want to be able to ask them the right questions so that you can dream weave with them and help them find their why of why they even want to do this. Why do they want to lose the weight? Why do they want to feel more energy? Why do they want to look better, feel better, and live better, right? And the questions that you can ask this person, I'm going to go quick on this, and you can listen to this over and over again, work with your mentor coach to get this so you nail it down, is you want to start off with asking them questions such as, if you could achieve optimal health and you knew you couldn't fail, would you go for it? What does that look like to you? And have them describe, what is the healthiest you've ever been in your life? How did that feel? What was life like back then? What kind of things were you able to do? How did you look? And who were you around? You know, and get them to actually picture it and relate to it and all of that. And if they've never been at a healthy place in their life, what would it look like? Who's the healthiest person you know? Who do you admire their healthiness about them? What is it about their lifestyle that you admire? What would you like to be doing? If you knew you could achieve optimal health, what would that look like for you? How would it feel? How would you live? I'm being really, really reciprocal about these things because you want to find that for them, dig it out, give them time to respond, and find out the why of it all. And then from there, ask them, if you got healthy and you actually achieved this, who would be impacted by your health? Whose life would be influenced? Obviously, if they're a parent, they're going to be talking about their kids. Maybe it's a significant other. Whatever. The people they serve, the causes they serve, what they care about. They're going to bring out these things. Dig it out. Find it. Find it. At this point in time, how would it impact those you care about most if you got healthy? If it's their kids, this may bring about some tears, okay? Get into that a little bit. From there, you want to move into who's the healthiest person that you know. And tell me a little bit about that person. I know I mentioned that before, but why you might want to find out about who's the healthiest person they know, because this may be somebody that they can tell you some of the attributes about this person and what it is about them that they like and they relate to, and maybe say to the effect that, is this somebody that you actually admire to the point to where you can let them know that you're on your health journey and you would like to let them know that you're looking for support and that they can be one of your cheerleaders and one of your advocates. Also, I'm looking to find that this might be somebody who might be a great person to approach, and I could say to them, you know, at the end of the conversation, you know, your friend Marcy that you talked about, that's your healthiest friend. As a matter of fact, I'm expanding right now, and I really could use some support because I can't do this alone and talk about the mission of getting America healthy. I'd love to contact her and just to let her know that we are looking for. Maybe you can put us in touch with each other. Long story short, you can basically help find out who might be a good health coach. All right, and from there, you want to find out, is there anybody in your life that who else you might feel is going to be supportive of your goals? Is there anybody who you believe might want to join you on your journey as you're getting healthier? They're going to be inspired and they're going to say, hey, girlfriend, or why not me? You know, and also, is there anybody in your life that you feel is maybe a saboteur, somebody who actually might kind of sabotage your plans, or whenever you're around this person, they kind of are your drinking buddy, or they're your foodie friend that is always kind of putting bakery things around you and all that, and that you might need some strategies and some support with. Okay, great. Get that out of them so you can basically be prepared. Would you be okay if I offered you help and support on how to best navigate that relationship? Then when you're getting to the point of getting into the basics of the program, you want to talk about, now what's great about this program is that we have some training wheels to really put you into a great state of fat burn where you're dropping the weight, about 2 to 5 pounds of fat per week. And we use some different tools. We use some portion-controlled meal replacements. Are you familiar with things like using a shake or a bar or foods that are kind of easy and quick and convenient that can really help you? Yes, I am. All right, great. Are you familiar with Whole Foods? Yes, I am. What do you think about Whole Foods? Oh, I love Whole Foods. Or I'm not, I just don't have time. They're too expensive. Whatever it might be. If they love Whole Foods, great. I love Whole Foods too. And so in the beginning, we're going to start and really simplify your life, and we're going to use these training wheels, these portion control meal replacements, and they're going to help us get you into fat burn, make it super easy, and then as you transition into your healthy weight, we're going to add and include more and more whole foods for you because your body's going to start to thrive a lot more, but you're also going to have a responsible relationship with food at this point in time, and if you will, kind of a fat burning rehabilitative period of time and a mental, emotional reset towards food. So but by the time we introduce all these whole foods back, you're very responsible for them and they're processing in your body and you're able to maintain your healthy weight. How does that sound to you? Great. Excellent. And so that's a very quick, convenient way of helping them understand the relationship of portion control meals to transitioning towards whole foods. If someone says, well, am I going to be on these portion control meals forever? No, the goal would be to help you transition. However, I myself am fairly busy. My life is quite go, go, go. So I don't have time to sit here and prep, plan, and cook food all day. So I personally, now that I'm at my healthy place, use 2 to 3 meal replacements a day because I eat about 5 to 6 times a day, and that makes it convenient. And maybe I'll do my own lunch or my own breakfast in Whole Foods, my own lunch, my own dinner in Whole Foods, and sometimes I'll even do breakfast. But for the most part, I find myself on average about 2 to 3. Some of my clients do all Whole Foods because they can and they have the time and they like it, and some clients use a mix. But yeah, we help you transition into a way of living that works for you. All right. The next step is to help them understand all the support they're going to get. And so what's great about this program is we talked about helping you live a healthy lifestyle and not just lose the weight, gain the weight, lose the weight. I'm going to help you with the habits of health. And this is where you might show them, if you're in person, the Discover Your Optimal Health book. Show them the Habits of Health book. Show them the Living a Longer, Healthier Life companion guide. Let them know that there's a bio network of support. And this bio network support includes free coaching through doctor's calls, nurses' calls, habits of health calls. And these are people that are going to support you to help you live this life as a habit and not just some kind of thing I'm having to use willpower to keep doing. That bio network support is invaluable so that you're not one of those 85% failure rate statistics. And what's great is that when you have this support around you, it really, really makes it more of a lifestyle. And the other thing is you're going to have me as your health coach to guide you along the way to help you be able to make those choices and know where information is. And so with all this being said, I'm going to be your guide along the way. Do you have any questions about how that support network works or how that is to help you move forward? Does it make sense? And so next part you're moving into at this point is, at this point, I would love to support you and help you. Would you like me to kind of walk you through what the first couple of weeks of working with me would look like when you're ready? And the person's like, yeah, absolutely. So if they're at this point, they're going, no, I'm just really not interested, understand you wouldn't be talking as fast as I'm talking right now. You would have been interacting. I'm just trying to shoot this quick video for you. At this point, they should be very kind of into the relationship and be like, yeah, absolutely. If they're not, just say, okay, well, why don't we do this? Would you be okay if I sent you some information that kind of covers a little bit more about the program and sent you a health quiz, and then maybe we schedule a time just to get back together and find out what your interest level is after you've taken a look at some of the information? They're going to say yes. You're collecting a yes at this point in time. And don't move into how the program works or the MetaFast meals or anything else if they're not ready. If they're ready and saying, yes, please walk me through that, at this point, say, all right, well, what's going to happen first is I'm going to help you get into fat burn. And in the first back up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to help you put together a meal order for the first 30 days of meals for you. And then what's going to happen is those meals are going to come with all your program materials, and they're going to come in about 3 to 5 days. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have this green folder, and it's going to be your getting started guide. And I'm going to walk you through so there's no question about it, and this is going to be super simple on how to follow the program. And after 4 days of you being on the basic program, you're going to be burning about 2 to 5 pounds of fat per week. So it's about 2 to 3 weeks in, you're going to be down about 10 to 12 pounds. Some people around 15 to 18 pounds, but about 10 to 12 pounds, I'd say, after about 3 weeks. How are you going to feel about that? And shut up. Just let them talk about how that would be. I had 2 clients get started today, and both of them were like, I feel great. And that was the guy. And the girl was like, amazing. Like, really? And so those are you want to wait for that response about how you're going to feel. It's 2 to 3 weeks down the road. You've been burning fat. Your energy's up. Your appetite's controlled. You're down about 10 to 12 pounds. How are you going to feel? I'm going to feel great. Really? And so, yeah, that's exactly how it works. Well, I'm excited about working with you. Where would you like your program shipped to? Now, that's an assumptive way of asking that. And then you can ask them which credit card you want to use. If they're not showing a lot of emotion of, like what happened today, as I'm talking to Abby, Abby says to me, she goes, yeah, how do I get started? And then I was like, well, where do you want your program sent to? She gave me the address. And which credit card would you like to use? She gave me the credit card. I said, now what's going to happen here is that you're going to get, I'm going to order your 30 days worth of meals. And what's great is it's very affordable, about $11.50 a day for your meals. And so that's going to run out to about $339 for the month for your meals. And then you're going to have your coaching materials. I already explained all that to you, your Habits of Health book, your Discover Your Optimal Health video series, this companion guide. And that's going to be about 60, whatever it comes out to. You know, you can do the math on it. But you're going to have about $60 for those materials, and that's all going to come to you. So your first order is going to be right around $399, and then any future orders you're totally in control of. I'm going to show you how to get some savings, and I'm also going to make sure that you get these 4 free boxes of meals, about a $56 value on your first order, and if you continue and you like the results, you're going to also get those on your second order as well. So pretty cool. And she's like, great, excellent. And so you can expect that there. The first thing we want to do now is set up our call times when we're going to coach. So once a week we're going to chat, and I'm going to help you out. Now, I know I've covered a lot of content and a lot of information here. Break this down into segments if you need to, and just start with what you can and then learn the next part of it and the next part of it. But that's pretty much how I take a client through the start of acquisition and then into fat burn. Okay, what I do at this point is I coach them and let them know the first 4 days. When you get your order, I'm going to I want you to call me the night before you start, so that I can coach you through how to get started appropriately. And then from there, I'm going to want to have you weigh yourself in the morning. You're going to get my welcome email, which is going to explain everything you're supposed to do as far as measurements, before photos, and all that. And then we're going to talk every day for the first 4 days to make sure you're doing good. And you're going to call me in the evening time and let me know how you're feeling, any questions that you have, and I'll give you some tips. And then you're probably going to get some emails from me as well, just to make sure you're on track. All right. And then once a week, we're going to chat for 5 minutes just to check in and see how you're doing. We call this a celebration call. Celebrate your results that you're getting, and find out what weight loss results you have, what you've been reading or what you've been listening to from the Bio Network of Support, those support calls we talked about, and then give you the assignment for the next week of what we're going to do to help you get healthy. Now, some people don't like to use the word assignment. It might be more like we're going to talk about what habits you're going to learn this next week to help you get healthy. So that's kind of a fast-track version, all right, of how you're going to help somebody go from pre-client into fat burn, and listen to this and help people get started. All right, so good. Alex McMillan here. Check in with your mentor coach if you have any questions, and let's get this totally down and duplicatable and or duplicable, whichever one you prefer. Talk to you later.